So we will start by Stefano, okay? And let's go.
All right.
Ah, you have a mic, right?
Got it? 1, 2. It's working? Cool. So raise your hand if you want a better word. Sorry, I'm not used to this. Okay? That's cool. Everyone wants a better word. I think everyone is very lucky that we're born in a developed countries, or at least me, I've been born in Europe. We ask for no violence, respect for our rights, and if someone stabs my neighbor gets stabbed in the neck, I probably change country. I don't want that any close to me. I've been in Asia, and this is where I realized how much we have that we don't actually appreciate. In those countries, Laos, Thailand, Philippines, and Cambodia, they don't have what we have. They live with a lot less resources. But still, they have a smile on their face. And this is what I think of when I complain about my phone battery dying and someone complaining in the beach while drinking Corona or a margarita about problem at work because they don't get paid enough. This is what I think of. But apparently, people think that a better society is having space shuttles or better technology. I think that a better society and civilization should be based upon our will to share empathy and compassion to others, even though space shuttles are cool. So less violence, right? This is what everyone asks for, but it seems like it's very short-sighted. Like we are not, most of the time we don't will to put our energy to reduce suffering. Like for example, this day you ask for direction and people is like, don't you have Google Maps on your phone? All right, okay everyone. So my name is Stefano. I'm an animal rights activist. I've been doing this 1.5 years. I'm also an influencer. That just means I do a lot of selfies. And also an entrepreneur, young. And this is DJ. So DJ had a very happy life. We loved DJ. And he's been sick for 12 months. So my mom, together with the vet, decided that it was better to just do euthanasia to them and end his suffering. And I'm sure many of you are thinking, was that the right decision? Should we decide for the life of the dog? And would you like anything bad happen to DJ? No, right? What would you have seen? What was your emotion if I would say I was betting money on DJ on dogfight to win on him and he would die this way? Would you think about DJ the same, or about me? Would you think the same? But what I want to say is when we put another animal inside of an arena and decide that his life is not worth it, what we're doing is just discriminating that animal, because the life of that animal is no different from the life of DJ. So today, I want to talk about what I think is the #1 cause of suffering and violence in the world: discrimination. Discrimination, this is the definition I found in Cambridge website: the treatment of a person or a particular group of people differently in a way that is worse than the way people are usually treated. Okay? Worse come in different ways. It can be paying less women in a sexist environment. It can be deciding that you shouldn't exist, like in the Holocaust. It can be not paying you at all and punish you with suffering if you're not obedient. Why does discrimination happen? I don't think we have an answer to this. It's just people that greed for power and imposing this power on the weaker just to have more power, and there is no sense at all. I hope now you understand what I'm saying, okay? What is a detail that you can point and say any of this life is worth less? So this is what happened in the arena. There is a skilled, experienced, passionate athlete that is opposing to an innocent being that doesn't know what's happening. He's just defending himself. So does this look like a world that's going to neglect and abolish discrimination? Or does it look like the Roman Empire, where we had gladiators fighting for please the spectator eyes? Gladiators don't exist anymore. Hopefully we are as humanity, we understand that, you know, we don't want violence for humans. But inside of the arena, we don't have human slaves. We have animal slaves, which are fighting for their lives. These shows are basically divided mainly in three categories. The Bacerada, okay, we have bulls that are less than 2 years old. Then we have the Novillada with bulls between 2 and 3 years old. And the Corrida, 4 to 6 years old. A natural lifespan of a bull goes up to 25 years old. So this means that we decide when they die, and we decide that they have to die young. Babies, 2 years old. It's divided in 3 main parts. The PUYAS. Here the bull is being stabbed 3 times. So that's already 3 times. Then we have the banderillas. These stick with a hook at the end. 6 of those are going to hit the bull, and obviously the hook is so it can stick inside of the neck and stay there, so it can bleed to death and suffering while this happens. And you know, like, I think at this point there is nothing that can be defined humane. You know, you tell me, but I don't think there is any humane in this. Finally, after 9 knives in his body, La Muerte, when the torero tries to kill the bull with a sword, he's going to perforate the lungs and the heart of the bull. Is this the end? No, because it's a 450 kilogram animal. It's not going to die so easy. So usually it's just laying down and bleeding, suffering, and scared, of course. So in these cases, what happens? They are going to try to give the final blow to the bull, right? And for some reason, the way they do it is with a knife on the cervical bulb. Now, if there was a way of killing, that would be the method they use in slaughterhouses. I've been in front of slaughterhouses. I've seen hours of slaughterhouse footage. I do this 1.5 years. They cut their throat. This is how you make sure that someone's died, not hitting on the back of the neck. All right, and once the bull is paralyzed because got this hit on the neck, the torero has his trophy, so the ears or the tail of the bull. Is this humane? I don't know. I think no one here is going to say there's nothing humane about this, because I think this is madness. 2022, this is madness. Putting an innocent being in an arena just to die, to suffer. Okay, my dog has a passport. Dogs in Spain are family members. And then we do this. It doesn't make sense. You know, it shows how in a corrida school, the guys are actually standing still, and the bull just runs around, nothing happens, because the animals don't want to hurt you. We put them in situation where they want to, because they're defending themselves. Okay, what can you do? Show some empathy, all right? So someone was sitting there and told me, are you the torero because you look very strong? And I'm like, this is exactly the point. Our strength is not imposing power on who's weaker and you know, less intelligent than us. Our power as a superior species is actually caring and show compassion, as we have done with humans, as we show when we see someone suffering, right? You have some empathy, like, oh, poor guy. The only thing that I want you to understand, and then I'm done, is that hoping that things get better is not enough. And what I ask today is not doing anything. It's more like not doing it. Because slaughterhouses, corrida only exist because they're making money. This guy gets paid between 70,000 to 200,000 euro per event. And they're dressed like they're going to a wedding, but they're actually going to murder and torture an innocent being. So, yeah, I am done.
Okay.
Thank you.
Grazie, thank you.